So obviously Pastor Chris gave us that kind of talking as to what we were planning on doing with the church. We heard the call. We knew that it was a little bit of a stretch for us because we've always been givers throughout, just working and attending church, but it was still something that we had to go above and beyond a little bit. And so we prayed on it. We tried to figure out what number felt right, and that number was always kind of hard to pick out, but if it was a number that felt a little bit uncomfortable, it was probably something that was the right way, because from experience, the comfortable number tends to not be what I feel the Holy Spirit leading me in. And we had decided on that number, we prayed on it, and we just committed to it. So after that, we had a chance where we had a couple of things come up that really just showcased the goodness of God. Probably about a week or two after we had made the decision to give, that we had our washer start acting up. Had the guy come out, check it out. Long story short, he told us that basically you just need to replace the washer because the fix is just gonna be as expensive. So not a big deal, right? It's not like it's gonna completely financially train wreck me, but
money is money.
Money is money, and washers aren't cheap, So it was still something I wasn't really planned for around Christmas time, just another added expense. Awesome enough, how many days later? Like
a couple days later.
Like right around the corner, we get a check in the mail from our title agency that we bought a house from a year and a half ago that was for almost the same price as what the washer was.
Yeah, and it was just like we forgot to give you this money kind of check, just out of the blue, out of nowhere.
We like those checks. Those are great checks.
Then earlier in December, we had decided it was time for me to get a new car. And so we bought me a new car, and maybe a couple days after we bought the car, we just noticed like some temperature issues, like the temperature wasn't really working properly. And so we took it into the Mazda dealership and had them take a look at it. And Brendan gets a call that our whole engine needs to be replaced. So this new used car that we just bought, the whole engine needed to be replaced because something was leaking. And so we were like, okay, that's a big expense. But they called us right back and they said, this car is actually a certified pre-owned, and because of that, this is completely covered under your warranty, so you won't have to pay a dime. And we were just like totally blown away. And what's cool was that like when we bought the car, that wasn't even something that we were looking for, or even like we didn't know that about our car, so it was just totally something that like God had prepared ahead of time, like taken care of.
The biggest thing that I found over the years is that I'm a fleshly person, right? And my desire is to keep my money because I felt like I worked for it, I put my time for it, and I want to spend it on things that I want to spend it on. But the reality is, I've learned over the years in any area, not just financially, anything that I'm unwilling to surrender to God, I have a hard time seeing God's hand work in. To me, it's less about seeing it and more about just falling in line, trusting, and having faith in the process.
Yeah. Every time that we invite him into our finances, he takes care of us and he provides for us. And so you grow like in your trust because you see him taking care of you. And I will say like, I love to give to people because I never have to worry like if God's going to take care of me, like because I know it's already done. Like because he's done that again and again and again. And so with Open Door, I think this is a really cool opportunity to be a part of what Keystone North, like what God is doing through Keystone North, and just to be in on like kind of the ground floor of this with this new building. And so I would just say, just pray and consider, what God is putting on your heart, and just be obedient in that. And I can't wait to hear how he's going to move in your life.